Hey everyone, Yoshio here. Today we're diving into the ups and downs of building a remote startup. This journey has been nothing short of an adventure, and I'm excited to share it with you. So I met my co-founders, Michael and Tristan, during the pandemic. Around 4 years ago, we got to know each other over Zoom and worked on our first projects virtually without ever meeting each other. So it was kind of like we jumped into a long distance relationship before ever meeting. And it reminded me of those AIM relationships from back in the day. I'm showing my age here. For those who are unfamiliar, AIM was an instant messaging service popular in the early 2000s, kind of similar to today's chat apps but more basic. Now, one of the biggest perks of remote work is the freedom it offers. I've traveled across America and Europe while building our business, jumping from Airbnb to friends' homes, then back to Airbnb. And it was amazing. I could work from anywhere at any time and whenever I wanted. We also get to work with talented people from everywhere who are extremely aligned with our mission. So our team is spread across London, France, Austria, Boston, India, the Netherlands, Denver, LA, Long Beach, and Hawaii. And, there are more people joining, so that list is just getting longer. Now that I'm a dad also, the flexibility is especially great. I can schedule my work around my life and vice versa. It allows me to split my daily long workout session, for example, into smaller ones, or take my son to the park at 3 p.m. and get my work done while he's sleeping. But, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Creating that feeling of being on the same team can be tricky. A lot gets lost when all you have is video communication. For instance, it took me a while to realize that Mike breaks out into spontaneous yoga throughout the day, or that Alienor is almost a foot taller than me. It can also get kind of lonely. One of my favorite things about working at a startup is the camaraderie of a small team working together against all odds. And it's difficult to replicate that feeling of being up at midnight, having crushed your third Red Bull because you just have to get this feature out, when everyone is in the same room together. You can still kind of do it virtually, but it's different. I don't know, maybe it's the smell. But to combat these downsides, we do 2 long offsites every 6 months where we rent out a large Airbnb and just live together. The energy is amazing, and it feels like renting a giant home with a ton of your buds. It's really special, and I always leave those offsites full of energy, full of enthusiasm for my team, and just full of warmth and happiness, and having connected with so many special people. We also have weekly team culture events led by different team members, from virtual escape rooms to walking tours of our childhood neighborhoods on Google Earth. Then there are smaller things, like regular one-on-one meetings and using a virtual office app called Gather. It's wild, but it helps recreate some of that physical proximity. So, would I recommend building a remote-first company? Absolutely. But it's essential to have a critical mass of the team seeing each other often, especially early on. Remote work requires patience and discipline. It can feel like stacking the deck against your survival, but with the right mindset and tools, it becomes a huge benefit. Our remote setup has allowed us to attract mission-driven talented people from all over the world. And now, as we start to hit traction, being remote isn't just viable, it's a strength. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with remote work in the comments. Stay curious, keep pushing boundaries, and until next time.